First of all, I gotta say rest in peace to the late great Phife, Dawg. Not only were you one of the best in the game to ever do it, but you also held it down for us 5-foot folk, and we appreciated that. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews Hip Hop Data. We got an album review today when we talk about the brand new and unexpected album that just fucking dropped from one of the most iconic and legendary hip hop crews of all fucking time. These niggas are back. They dropped their new shit. It's been like 18 years and nobody saw this shit coming. Christmas has came early for everybody, goddammit, and we loving it. Talking about the new album from A Tribe Called Quest entitled We Got It From Here. Thank you for your service. Now, for those who don't know, A Tribe Called Quest, like I said, is one of the most iconic hip-hop crews of all time. You got Q-Tip, Phife Dawg, R.I.P., Ali Shaheed Muhammad, and Jarobi, as well as some other affiliates, but them the main niggas, them the main mofos right there, and they got classic albums under their belt like The Low End Theory, Midnight Marauders, which is my favorite Tribe Called Quest album. It's Midnight Marauders, y'all, don't get on me about no shit, that's what I like. I mean, we be bouncing back and forth from Low End and Midnight. Midnight's my shit, that's my shit. Also, Beats, Rhymes, and Life, and their very latest album before this, which was The Love Movement, which dropped back in 1998. So after a huge falling out and everybody going and doing their own damn things, they all finally came back together 18 years later to bless us with one final and last album. So now let's see if A Tribe Called Quest, We Got It From Here, Thank You For Your Service, is the cherry on the top of a legacy of a great fucking hip hop crew, the proper send-off that we wanted and wish we had back in 98, or if it's just a letdown and we should have just not got this album, we should have just closed the door on Tribe 18 years ago. I don't know y'all, but we gonna fucking see. Let's talk about the shit. Now, when I first popped in this album and tuned into the production, which is all done by Tribe, more specifically Ali Shaheed Muhammad and Q-Tip, I really got a sense of that this is that old school Tribe feel that we know and love, but in a modernized version of it. You still feel like you're getting that 95 BPM, funky bass, head nodding, just classic hip hop shit, but it doesn't sound dated. It sounds like it should be put out in 2016. It doesn't sound redundant or played out, but it still gives you that feeling of nostalgia that you got if you were listening to an older Tribe album. It sounds like a more mature Tribe sound. It sounds like the Tribe sound that's grew up 18 years and still has those elements, but still peeps game of what's going on these days, and they incorporate a lot of cool, different, newer sounds, different instrumentation on here, but in the heart and the core of this shit, it sounds like that classic 100% pure grade A Tribe sound that we know and fucking love, and it's fucking dope as hell. All the beats on here are fucking amazing. I love every track on here, and when I first heard the album, y'all, not every beat was on point with me, but as I listened to this album and it grew on me, I just found that the little small things and the things about these beats here and there all just kind of have a different meaning and a different vibe and feel that kind of come together so well. And all these beats, like I said, are just so fucking dope, and they just give you something different, but at the same time give you that Tribe feel, and it just fits so well, and it just sounds so goddamn good. So I gotta give it to Ali Shaheed Muhammad and Q-Tip because they did the damn thing with these beats, and I got nothing more to say about it. They all are fucking fire. They all are fucking on point, and it's just like, it just sounds so goddamn good. It just sounds like you listening to a Tribe Called Quest album based off the production itself. Now let's see what these niggas from Tribe done did on these beats, because they came in and they it's been 18 years. I don't know if they may have lost a step or 20 or maybe not, but we gonna see. Let's talk about it. Now, when it comes to a Tribe, we all know that these dudes are straight up MCs and spitters. They are crazy with the pen. Q-Tip, Phife Dawg, Jarobi all come through with some crazy fucking verses. They come through with that just classic feel and style that we know them for. And it just sounds so goddamn good to hear all these dudes on this track together. It just sounds, it's just like, we didn't expect this shit to happen ever again. So just hearing them all together again just sounds so goddamn good. And they have not lost a fucking step. Like, it's been 18 years since they've been together, and it don't even sound like it. It sounds like they did an album last year and it was like nothing to them. And when it comes to the actual content on this album, Tribe hits so many dope points. They talk about what's going on in the world, especially with black people, but just in America in general, and what's happening right now in the current state of things, as well as their legacy, how they think they fit in with this generation, or how they pass down the torch to the next generation. They also have some really dope Phife Dawg tributes on here, and they just also bring that classic, pure, raw Tribe stuff where they just showing off that they still got it lyrically. So Tribe Called Quest just gives us everything that we want, plus more on this album. The content on here is fucking phenomenal. It's very aware, it's very relevant, and it just hits on point with everything that they're saying, and it's just good to hear Trop coming through with some great content and great commentary, especially in the wake of what's going on right now. It's just like the perfect album to really just touch on these subjects, and they do it their own special and unique way. So I love this shit. They doing the damn thing. They're talking about what needs to be talked about, and they spit nigga at the same time, so you can't be mad at that shit. And when it comes to the feature list, y'all, this is gonna be one of the most serious feature lists I've ever seen in my goddamn life, y'all. It's downright scary how big these names are all on the same goddamn album, but shit, only Trop can pull this shit off. So they got Consequence, Busta Rhymes, Kanye West, Talib Kweli, Kendrick Lamar, Andre 3000, Anderson .Paak, and Elton John. And Jack White on there doing some fucking shit, guitar shit too. Like, this fucking crazy. Like, and this feature list all just comes through with crazy verses, crazy just like moments and vocals, and it's just like, I can't even, it's like the fact that they're all on this album is just amazing in itself, but the fact that they come through with crazy dope verses, and like, I mean, just Busta Rhymes, y'all, like, this nigga here, I'm gonna get on this nigga Busta a little bit, especially on a specific song, but he comes through. I gotta say, Busta was my favorite on this album as far as features go. This dude showed his ass so much on here, but in such a dope ass way. But at the same time, 3 Stacks came in with crazy verses. Fucking Kendrick came in, killed it. Elton John did a damn thing. Fuck, I mean, like, Consequence came back and did his thing. Consequence still slept on to this day, but he was fucking crazy as shit. I mean, it's just, I can't fathom just how dope this shit is and how they were able to all come together and just do this so fucking well and on point. It really, like I said, sounds like everybody who was involved with this album genuinely wanted to be involved with the process of making this album. It didn't sound forced. It sounds so natural and it just sounded right. It just felt and sounded right, and I love this shit. And every goddamn person on here who came through fucking killed it. I'm loving this feature list. I'm loving what they did on this album, and I'm loving this album, y'all. It's so goddamn good. Now, you know I gotta give you my top 5 tracks, and you know what, y'all? I can't do top 5. There's too many songs here, so I'm gonna just give you my top tracks, nigga. That's what I'm gonna just name my top tracks and just say some quick shit about it, because 5 wasn't enough. I couldn't stop it at 5. So we just gonna start. It's fucking 16 songs total, but they gotta split up like it's a side A and side B, so like it's 2 separate shits, but it's 16 tracks total. So my first favorite is the Space Program, which is the opening track, and this is just the fucking dopest way to enter a Tribe Called Quest album. It sounds like that classic Tribe shit from the beat. It's got that funky beat to it, but at the same time, it's just got that head nodding vibe. It sounds like, yo, this is a Tribe Called Quest album, definitely. And then you got Q-Tip and Jarobi coming in with some crazy verses. And the Space Program, y'all, the song is not talking about NASA shit. Well, sort of, kind of. It's like saying, yo, after we done fuck shit up over here so much and we got to move over to Mars and start over there, they ain't going to take us. They ain't taking the niggas. They going to give us the wrong day and shit. They going to tell us January 15th. They going to live December 10th, and we going to be sitting here looking stupid and shit. But it's all good. We going to stay here. We maybe that's for the best, I guess. I don't fucking know. But they're also saying in the song is that pretty much in the world and in society, there have not really been a space for us to really thrive and succeed. We've always had to fight for what we had to do. And at the end of the day, they really don't give a fuck about us. There ain't no space for us anywhere. And wherever we get moved. They just try to shun us out and just move us somewhere else. So that's pretty much what it's trying to say. And it's like, at the end of the day, ain't no space for niggas. So you better just you better get used to where you at right now, because we gonna get left. We stuck here and ain't shit we can do about it. So you better just get comfy, nigga, because we ain't on that trip to Mars. We broke as hell. They ain't gonna let us on there. They ain't gonna give us no fucking coupon or Groupon or some shit. Nothing. We done. Fuck it. We here. We better just deal with the shit. Next song is We the People. And at this point, y'all, I knew I was in some shit right now, because the beat on here is so fucking dope. It's got them hard-hitting drums. It's got this nice synth production on there. And it's got Q-Tip with this weird fucking voice effect, but he's just talking some crazy dope shit. And he's pretty much just talking about a lot of real shit that's going on currently in society. And the hook on here is really, really dope. He's pretty much saying, you know, like, the black folks gotta go, Mexicans gotta go, you know, the Muslims and the gay folk, they've been already pretty much like what the fuck they doing. And also pretty much the poor people in general, we just gotta go, because they pretty much see us as bad people in society. We're treated as bad people, we're seen as bad people, but we're not really fucking bad people. We ain't do shit, y'all probably the bad people up here labeling this shit, but it's a dope track. hard hitting, and it really just brings a high level of energy, but also shows that Tribe is here to speak some real shit on top of that, and they are not biting their tongue, and I really like that shit. You got a dope Phife Dawg verse. This is when Phife Dawg finally comes in. He comes in with some dope fucking bars, and he's just pretty much just good to hear Phife Dawg and Q-Tip on the same track together. It just really just rounds out that whole vibe and everything like that, so I love it. Dope track, one of the standouts on the album. You gotta definitely hear this shit, and it's right after the Space Program, so you ain't got no goddamn choice. Check it out. Next song is Solid Wall of Sound, and this is a dope fucking track, a real slow, low-key beat with some hard-hitting drums. Elton John is on this shit, and he really kills it. I like his fucking vocals on here, especially at the end. And also, I like the fucking rhyming on here. You got Busta on here, you got Phife Dawg on here, Q-Tip. They're all coming in, and they're just switching off with the flows. They're trading off. It's like everybody's verse is one. It's one verse, but it's everybody's verse. They all come in, and it just really just sounds like they are in sync. It's like this really gives you that feel of they're a real crew in a group, and they're just on point. They bounce off one another, and it just sounds so dope. I love the little accents that Busta and Phife Dawg bring up on there. It just sounds so dope, and it's just a dope fucking track and a real standout to me. I really like this shit from the first moment I heard it, and it's still one of my favorites. So definitely check that shit out. The next song, y'all, is Mobius, and it's gotta be one of my favorite songs on the album as well. The beat on here is really low-key and chill, but it does have a switch up on the back end. But it starts off with some classic boom bap drums, and then it gets a nice little piano up on that shit and a little wow sound. And also, you got Consequence opening this shit up with a dope verse. He comes in with some nice lines. He's saying like, yo, everything gonna be all good as long as they get my shit right on Wikipedia. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, you know, I ain't got a Wikipedia page yet, so I need to get one of them. Somebody need to make me one of them shits. I ain't got enough info for that shit. But it's a dope verse. But what I gotta say right now is that nigga Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes, let me talk to you for a second. Who the fuck told you you can come into the booth and commit first-degree murder on this goddamn beat, nigga? Because that is... This verse, y'all, like, if you listen to this verse, this nigga Busta Rhymes beyond spaz. Like, I'm not even gonna say a line. I want you to go listen to this fucking verse. That verse has to be one of the most illest verses I've ever heard Busta spit in quite a long goddamn time. Shit's fucking crazy. I'm not even gonna say shit. Listen to the goddamn shit. You're gonna be just sitting there like, you should be 225 to life for that murder, nigga, because that first 48 should be calling you right now for an episode, because you killed that shit, Busta. But it's a dope fucking track. The beat on the second half is awesome. I can't say much more about this track. Just listen to that nigga Busta Rhymes. He just fucking... He brought it on this goddamn album, y'all. The next song, y'all, is Lost Somebody, and this is an ode to Phife Dawg, and it's a really dope track done by Q-Tip and Jarobi. Very moving and touching track. The beat is really low-key and somber, but it does have that really just dope hip-hop vibe to it as well. And it's pretty much just Q-Tip and Jarobi just telling how much Phife Dawg meant to them, from the ups and the downs, the goods and the bads, and pretty much just the type of person he was and what it pretty much just meant to them. And it's just a really moving track. You just get to hear their personal side of just who Phife Dawg was to them. And it's just a very moving track. I like the end of it where they have like the small moment of silence for it. Very powerful. A really nice female vocal delivery on the hook. I'm not sure who it is, but they came through with a really nice hook on that. And it just sounded like the perfect and great way to give an ode to their just friend and their brother and just someone that they spent their entire life with or their entire career with for the most part, and pretty much where they built just a legacy with. And it's just good to hear them just giving that praise and they giving that just respect that is properly deserved to Phife Dawg. So RIP to Phife Dawg. Dope track. Definitely check that shit out. And the last track I want to talk about, y'all, is The Donald. This is the closing track of the entire album and another tribute to Phife Dawg, but more of an upbeat, up-tempo version of it. It starts off with Busta coming in with this little chant, and it's really fucking dope. He's doing it in that Jamaican, Trinidadian voice he's got, and it's really just fucking a dope way to start it off. And Phife Dawg and Q-Tip come in with one last verse each, and they both kill it, coming in with that classic Tribe feel and vibe. And the beat on here is just a straight head nodder with some funky Tribe vibes, with some cool switch-ups on there as well. But I just like the whole aesthetic of it. It sounds like the perfect way to close out this album and just the perfect way to send off Phife Dawg. It starts off with that cool chant. It ends with everybody doing the chant. And it just really just sounds just like a way to just really cap off a great legacy, which is A Tribe Called Quest. I loved how it ended. It's one of my favorite tracks. And the fact that it's called The Donald because his nickname is Don Juice. Well, Phife Dawg's nickname is Don Juice. And then it kind of just fits in with the whole Donald Trump thing. So it just kind of works out well. But it's just a really dope way to just close out this entire album. I love it. It's one of my favorite songs on the album. Busta kills it on here with the chant, like I said. Q-Tip and Phife Dawg kill it, and it's just like, I mean, there's nothing more to say. Like, it sounds like at the end of it all, this is how it should have ended off the album, and I couldn't ask for a better way to end it. dope fucking track. And when it comes to this album in general, y'all, I gotta say that this album could not have been any fucking better to me. I love this shit from front to back. It is an album that will have to grow on you, especially if you have not listened to A Tribe Called Quest. But I gotta say, from the production, from the verses, from the features, from the vibe, from the content, from just everything that's packaged in this fucking album, this shit is the perfect way to cap off a legacy that A Tribe Called Quest has. And I gotta say that this is my favorite album of the year, y'all. I've been playing this shit non-fucking stop since I've heard this. And I gotta say, every time I hear it, it gets better and fucking better. And it's so fucking impressive that a group that's been out for 18 years has managed to come back and make an album of this quality and caliber and sound like they haven't missed a step or they haven't been apart for like 2 damn decades. How the fuck y'all pull that shit? Don't worry about it. Y'all done did it. So if you, this album just left me speechless, y'all. I mean, this album is just perfect. It's just like, you couldn't ask for a better final album. You really could not. Like, there's nothing better that these dudes could have done that they didn't do here. I'm serious, like shit, Tribe gave us what we wanted plus more. So, hey, you gotta listen to this shit because it is fucking phenomenal. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that A Tribe Called Quest, we got it from here. Thank you for your service. It's an exceptionally dope, very well put together, perfect close out album to a great legacy that is A Tribe Called Quest. All I'm saying is that beats on here are fucking fire. Ali Shaheed Muhammad and Q-Tip did the damn thing, and whoever else was involved with the production, I'm not sure, they ain't be specific. All the motherfuckers who was on the boards, y'all did a good goddamn job. And as far as the fucking features on here, crazy feature list, they all come through. And of course, Tribe themselves come through with that classic grade A Tribe Called Quest vibe that we know and love. It's good to hear Phife Dawg on these goddamn tracks. Unfortunately, I mean, I wish he was still alive to see this album come to fruition. I mean, I know he's watching from up top and he's happy to see everybody loving this shit. Jerobe's back here doing some dope shit on here. Q-Tip, of course, is killing it. And I mean, I couldn't say anything bad about this album. I love this album. It is an album, like I said, that will have to grow on you at first, most likely. But once you get just the small little things here and there, as well as the awesome, just in-your-face things, it just makes this album better and better with each listen. You always get something out of this album when you listen to it, from content-wise to sound-wise to just experience and vibe-wise. And A Tribe Called Quest, if you've never heard of A Tribe Called Quest or you never got into A Tribe Called Quest, if you start off with this album, this is definitely going to make you want to go back and listen to their old shit. And anybody who has always been a Tribe Called Quest fan, you will love this album because this gives you everything that you loved about Tribe in a newer, more up-to-date version, but they also give you more than that. And then the Phife Dawg tributes are just, I mean, there's nothing more I can say. I can just ramble on and on about this shit. So all I gotta say is that for me, A Tribe Called Quest, we got it from here. Thank you for your service. Is 100% Granddad approved. Definitely go check this shit out. Buy this album. Cop this album. Like, yo, I got Apple Music and shit, y'all, but I had to go ahead and actually drop the dough for this album because it's so fucking crazy and so fucking dope. And it's just like an album that we are not going to, there's no reason we should ask for anything else Tribe related after this. They closed the door, they locked the shit, they threw the kid in the goddamn river, and they walked off into the sunset, and ain't nothing we can say about the shit because like they gave us everything that we could have possibly asked for in this album. It's perfect way to end it out. We don't need no more Tribe. Their legacy, they hang up the jersey, hang up all their jerseys and put them in there. We play the music and all that shit. Swan song, whatever the fuck, because they deserve it. Indie Spotlight, nigga. Today's Indie Spotlight comes from an artist by the name of Wesley Rocco. He brings his EP Words to Myself 6-track joint. Solid joint overall. Got some nice tracks on there I enjoyed. He reminds me a little bit of a Logic / Drake. He's got that type of flow, but he also has some skills himself. Don't sleep on the dude. He knows what he's doing on that MIC. And when it comes to the beats on here, they're done by a producer by the name of L.A. Chase, who brings a nice high quality sound. Very good sounding beats, nothing too cheap up on here. And for the most part, I really like this EP. Nothing too spectacular, but nothing whack either. So, I mean, it's worth checking out at least. I like the track Shine and Already, definite standouts. And Wesley Rocco brought some really quality, so I think you should check it out. Show the man some love. Hit the thing right here, and you can check out his EP or also in the description below and get you some fresh indie hip-hop in your life. Now back to our regularly scheduled review. And the only thing we can say as fans is thank you. And thank you again, because like shit, y'all gave us everything we could have asked for. But I got nothing more to say. A Tribe Called Quest. We got it from here. Thank you for your service. It's Granddad approved. So go listen to the shit right now. Like right fucking now. Flip it. Alright, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of A Tribe Called Quest. We got it from here. Thank you for your service. If you've heard it, if you haven't heard it, you fucking under a rock, because everybody's been listening to this shit all goddamn week. You gotta get this in your life. It's a crazy fucking album. So goddamn dope. It's my favorite album of the year. I'm sorry all the other albums, but this shit trumps. It's just on fucking point on all levels. So get this shit in your life, because it's fucking dope. Previous videos on the side, as well as my latest single, check that out, show us some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram, links in the description below. And subscribe, button on the screen, button below, Woolly Reviews, twice a week, as well as CDK Studies and the gaming channel. Check that shit out. And if you're into anything and want your shit spotlighted, info below. And I ain't got nothing more to say. So until next time I take my leave, Granddaughter, Tribe Called Quest, we got it from here. Thank you for your service. All I can say is thank you, Tribe. Appreciate everything you've done. RIP to Phife, Dawg. This album is amazing. Shit, nigga, I'm gonna go listen to it again. Why the fuck not? I'm out of here.